Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I thought I would do a drugstore version of a holiday glam look. I should have, by the time you see this, already posted my holiday glam look using more of my high-end products. And I thought I would come on here and do a drugstore version of it, just in case you're somebody who's on a budget, who can't afford high-end stuff and everything. I thought I would do a drugstore version of it and give you my idea of a holiday look. Now, some of these products, especially the lip product I chose because I wanted to, for my, as you've seen, for my high-end holiday look, I went with a nude lip instead of a red lip. So this look, I wanted to go with a red lip. So the red, I only have I have two red lips, so I only have the one I'm using is, I'm pretty sure, no longer available. But just use whatever you have in your own collection. I encourage you, you don't have to use the same products as me. I encourage you to go shop your collection and you can find similar products, or you can switch it up. Even the eye look, you don't have to follow the same eye look I do. You can always switch it up and do something different if you don't like what I'm doing. But let's just go ahead and get started. I have already prepped my face just because it's not any different. I'm used my Jingle Bells Moonshine Miracle Cream. I just love using this because it's winter time and this is a thicker cream, so it's gonna be more moisturizing on my dry skin for the winter time. Although this week it's been a little weird in Virginia. It's been like winter in the morning and then in the afternoon it's been fall time. So the weather's kind of been all over the place. So I just topped that with my usual Glossier Future Dew. I did pick up, and I want to do a video comparing the two, but I want to wait to use it until I do that video. But I did pick up these Milani glow drops. Looks like this. I haven't used them yet, but I do want to do a video comparing the Glossier Future Dew to these Milani glow drops, because everybody I've seen use them, the way they describe them kind of makes it sound like the Glossier Future Dew. Like they say it's a little bit of a thicker formula. It even looks like it's the same pinkish color as the Glossier Future Dew. So be on the lookout for a video where I compare these two to see if maybe it's a dupe for the Glossier Future Dew. I'm kind of on the hunt for a drugstore dupe because this one's expensive and I'm going to be really sad once it's empty and I can't afford to buy another one. So and it's been something that I've used every single time I put my makeup on. I always use it because it just makes all my foundations go on and it makes my face look so smooth and glowy and just gorgeous. So let me take my glasses off, and now we're blind. The foundation I decided to use today for my drugstore foundation, I'm shaking it up, is my Physicians Formula Butter Believe It foundation. I know some people don't like this foundation, but I love it. Emily's makeup bag is the one that got me to purchase it. She was talking about how much she liked it. Now it does have a strong, you know, the usual butter fragrance. It's like a tropical fragrance. It has a strong fragrance to it. So if you are allergic to, sensitive to fragrances or allergic to them, then I wouldn't recommend using this one. I would, however, recommend, and there's a lot of people that don't like it either, but the e.l.f. Cosmetics Camo CC Cream. It doesn't have any fragrance at all, and it is full coverage. So that one will work too for drugstore. I was going more for full coverage because this is a glam look and we want to be covered and looking flawless. So this one's supposed to be a medium to full. It's buildable coverage. I get full coverage out of just one pump of it. So, but I also like to use my Junoko velvet sponge, or they have one, Shop Miss A has one that's a velvet sponge that I like too. But let's just, I'm talking too much. Let's go ahead and apply. Just squirting one pump onto my hand. Then I'm just gonna dot it around my face. So how has y'all's week been? I'm filming this right now. It is the week before Christmas. It is the 16th. It's a Thursday. So it is the week before Christmas. Hopefully my camera doesn't die. I forgot to charge it, but I think it'll be okay because it was still showing a full battery when I started this out. So you have to let me know down below if you have any plans for the holidays. Are you going to see your family this holiday season? I know a lot of people didn't see their family last holiday season because of the pandemic. But I know a lot of people are vaccinated now and they feel more comfortable going to see their families. Especially if you have somebody who has a lower immune system and who's more susceptible to getting COVID. I'm doing the usual for my holiday. We usually go to my brother and sister-in-law's house on Christmas Eve. And then we drive from there to my to my husband's family, and we stay at my husband's sister's house, and that's usually where everybody goes. We are switching up a little bit this year, but that's usually where what we do. Everybody meets up at his sister's house because she has a pretty big house that can fit everybody. And then we stay there overnight, and we open presents there in the morning with them. Then last year, the last time we did it, we opened presents and had breakfast with them, and then went to my parents afterwards. But this year we're just gonna stay with his family on Christmas Day, and then we're gonna go to my parents on the day after to open presents with my parents, just because it's so much driving. It's like 2 hours to my parents' house from my sister-in-law's house, so that's kind of a lot of drive for us. Anyways, the elf card, I use the elf, my usual, because you know I'm trying to empty this. I'm trying to empty up both of these. My elf cosmetics. This is the hydrating one with the white cap, and it's in the shade Fair Beige. And I've been using this one just for brightening. This is the regular 16-hour camo CC cream in light peach. I use that on my inner corners just to brighten up my inner corners a little bit. And I use the other on the outer corners because it's more of my skin tone shade. It's a little bit lighter, but it's the closest match to my skin tone. And it is my favorite drugstore concealer. I do like the ColourPop Pretty Fresh concealer. I like it too, but it's not as full coverage as this e.l.f. Cosmetics hydrating concealer. It's not as, it's more of a medium coverage, whereas I feel like this e.l.f. Cosmetics one is definitely full coverage. It covers up my blue. I have blue and purple on the inner corners of my eyes, and this just covers it up so good. So I really like it for that. Now I'm just gonna go in with my, this is my e.l.f. Cosmetics small taper brush. I like to use this to set under my eyes. I'm gonna use this little thing that I'm trying to use up of the e.l.f. Cosmetics under eye setting powder. I got it as a free product from e.l.f. when I ordered from them. I want to say last year or the year before. I don't even think they sell this anymore. But it's really smoothing to your under eyes. And it doesn't tint my under eyes. It's a white powder. I don't think it has flashback either. But it just sets it. And it's so smooth. I really like it. It's sad because when it's gone, I'm not gonna know what to do to set under my eyes. I have to try their maybe pressed powder, because I've heard their pressed powder is pretty good. They have a pressed powder that's pretty good, so maybe I'll try that once I run out of this one. I'm going to set the rest of my face with my e.l.f. Cosmetics Halo Glow Setting Powder in the shade Lights. It is my favorite for setting the rest of my face. It's my favorite powder to set the rest of my face because it sets your face, but it still leaves like a glow to your face. It's really nice. I feel like I should probably use drugstore brushes, but I'm gonna keep up with using my my Rapper brushes. Y'all know I just love my Rapper brushes. So we're just gonna keep on with using them. It's what I love. They're just really nice. For my bronzer today, I decided to go with my e.l.f. Cosmetics Primer Infused Bronzer, and this is in the shade Forever Sunkissed. This is probably one of my favorite drugstore bronzers. It's primer infused, so it's supposed to last a long time. And I do find that it lasts a longer time on my face. I'm just going with that and bronze up my face with that today. And the blush I decided to do today is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Blush 2. This is a primer infused, it's a shimmery blush. This one is in the shade Always Preppy. Somehow it got wet, so I don't know how that happened. I have one of these setting mists I'm probably going to toss because it's leaking. It must have leaked on my thing. So it's just like a cool toned up pink blush. I thought it would be really cute. Give me like that wintry, I've been outside winter time look and you're just cold. That's I'm trying to get the cold look with my blush today. So let's hope I can get that with this one. And I'm just going in with my Rapper number 5 brush today to blush with. Hey, the highlight I chose today because I feel like when you're doing a holiday look, you want to look glowy and sparkly and beautiful. So chose my ColourPop Flexitarian highlight. I feel like there is no other highlight that's as blinding as this one, and I just love it. This thing is so good. If you want a blinding highlight, this is the highlight you choose from the drugstore. It's the best drugstore highlight. Now, I know you can't, like, technically get this from the drugstore, but you can go to Ulta Beauty and get it. I wish they had it at Ulta Beauty and Target stores. For some reason, the Ulta Beauty and Target doesn't carry ColourPop. I don't know why. They should. But this is, like, blinding. Now that I look like I'm a nice queen. I always just make sure on all the Super Shocks that you close it really tight so it doesn't dry out, because they will dry out pretty easily if you don't keep them tightly closed. The palette that I ended up, oh, let me do my eyebrows real quick. I almost forgot to do my eyebrows, for shame. Okay, I'm back. I did my brows. Now I'm just going to prime my eyes, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer just in the shade Rose. Which mine, I'm going to have to get a new one. This one's dry, but I mean, don't get me wrong, it's already kind of dry, but it's like extra dry. Which I like a drier eye primer. It's better if you have oilier lids to get a drier eye primer. But this one is just dried out. I need to buy a brand new one. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. I'm gonna have to look and see, because I've been finding it at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, but not in the rose shade. It's been in the. Okay, so I just realized that my camera cut off of me, and I'm not sure where it cut off of me at. So I'm hopping into my BH Cosmetics palette from last year. The Ho Ho Holidays palette, the Naughty palette. They had a nice one and a naughty one. I heard the nice one was not that good and it was a smaller palette, and this is a giant palette and this is the naughty one, but I heard the quality was good. So when it went on sale after the holidays, I snatched it up and I have yet to use it. So this is going to be a first time for me using it too. But if you do not have this palette, maybe you have this year's palette, you could use this year's palette on your eyes if you want. Or you can just go shopping your own collection for an eyeshadow palette that has similar colors to what I'm using, which I'm just going to be using probably browns with a gold on my eye. Maybe if I'm feeling festive, I'll do like a pop of color on my lower lash line or something. But I think I want to just stick to mainly just browns with I want to do like a golden glam look. So the first shade I'm going to dip into just for my transition shade is this shade right here, which is Secret Santa. And it is just, looks like it'll be the perfect transition shade for my skin tone. And it's pigmented. Whoa. I really wasn't expecting that. I really like this color. And it was literally one dip in my brush. And that's all it took to get this color on my lips. That was a good color. Next I'm going into my Rephr 14, which is a smaller, more precise blending brush. And I think I'm going to go into the shade... I think I'm going to go into Yuletide. This shade right here, Yuletide. And put that in my crease next. Looks like a deeper shade. These are pigmented. This is a really pigmented eyeshadow palette. I wasn't expecting that. And go back in with the first brush I used, which was my Rephr number 15. And just gonna go back over the crease, just where we had that brown, where we introduced that shade, just over the crease to make sure it's nice and blended. That's all. I want to make sure I have a nice blend going on here. So far I'm loving this. I was thinking of putting maybe a pop of red or something on my lower lash line, or maybe a green to tie into the festive look, but I don't know if I want to do that. We'll see. Because there's like a darker green in here, and there's like a brighter red in here. But I don't know. I might just stick to the browns. Going into my Rephr number 13 now. I'm going to go into this shade called Hot Cocoa, which is just a dark brown. So hello, I'm back. This may look a little different, but like I said at the beginning, my camera was about to die. It certainly did die on me. So like I said, I'm going to go into the Hot Cocoa shade and put it in my outer corner. So I'm going just in that Hot Cocoa shade. It's a very deep brown. I'm just going to go on the very edge of my brush and just concentrate it just in the outer corner. So I want it to deepen up, but I don't want it to be too deep. So I am using my my cell phone now to film the rest of this, in case you haven't figured that out yet. I'm getting some fallout with that shade, but if you tap off your brush, it shouldn't be too bad. And just like the last shade, I'm going back in with the first brush I used, and then just smoothing over the crease. Using it to do a little extra blending. Making sure it's blended good. And now it's time to go into the shimmer shade, which I'm very excited about. Because it looks really pretty. So I hope it's as pretty as it looks. So I'm going to use my Rephr number 28, which is just this flat shader brush. Here. It's a flat shader brush. And you know that the NYX glitter glue is a must. It helps your shimmers just adhere better and last longer. Now that I have that on, I'm going into this shade, Jingle Bells, which is this shade right here. I thought, is this a glitter? I mean, it looks like a glitter, but when I looked on the back of it, it said there wasn't glitter shades in this palette. So, we'll see. If it is a glitter, I have a glitter glue on, so it's going to stick. It just looked really sparkly and pretty. So I was like, okay, let's use this shade. And it does look like it may be a glitter. This will be living on my face for the rest of my life. Look how beautiful that is. I really do think it's a glitter. Now that I've stuck it on my face already. I usually don't love glitter, but if you're gonna use glitter, the best time to use glitter is for Christmas and New Year's Eve during the holidays. It just looks so good to have extra glittery lid on during those times, if you ask me. I like that. Looks good. Very neutral, yes, but beautiful nonetheless. But let's do the lower lash line now. Here we have the Rephr 2, which is just a shader brush. It's a shader brush. Still deciding if I want to do the red and green. I could do green under one eye and red under the other. Of course, the red in this palette. So I was thinking maybe doing this Rudolph shade under one eye. And then here's the Balsam shade. It's a little bit darker. But, or should I just go with what I have on my lids? Am I going to completely mess it up if I do that? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do red under one eye and green under the other. Hopefully it looks good. Totally festive. It's the red one. I'm going to clean my brush off with my color switch I have here, which is great for when you're switching out colors. When you want to do different colors on your eyes like I'm doing now. Then they have those at TJ Maxx and Marshalls for very cheap. Just going to take another blending brush that I have. This is the Sigma one. And I'm just going to kind of like smoke it out. Just blend it out a little. Same thing with the green one. Just blend that out a little. I don't think it looks as bad as I thought it was going to. Looks pretty good. Now let's go with I'm going to use my Rephr number 3 so I can do my brow bone and inner corner. So for my brow bone highlight, I'm going to do Cheers, which is this shade right here. And then for my inner corner, I'm going to do this one, which is Snow Day. I just didn't want it to be super bright on my brow bone and to be like a stark difference between that and what I have on my lid. So I thought I would do like more of a champagne shade on my brow bone. And then do the white shade on my lid. Going into the white now. Wow. Wow. That is a bright shade. I was right not to stick this on my brow bone. Oh. This is even brighter than Flexitarian. Wow. I don't care. I love it. I love it. Okay. Putting makeup on makes me so happy. So, here's the look I created using this palette. What do y'all think about the pop of color on my lower lash line where I did green on one eye and red on the other? I do wish this was like a little bit of a brighter green, and I guess I could have pulled out my BH Cosmetics Pistachio palette if I wanted to go with a little bit brighter green. But I wanted to stick into the same palette today, but I mean, what do you think? What do you think about the pop of color on the lower lash line? So far, I'm loving it. Okay. Let's do mascara, I guess. I love this mascara wand. It's from Rephr Brushes too. But for some reason, this wand, I never pinch my lashes when I'm curling them. And I don't know what it is about it, but I never do. Something about this wand is just so good. Since I am doing drugstore today, I think I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara. I do like this mascara too. I find that it does flake, which I hate a flaky mascara. So that kind of makes me angry. It is like a giant brush. So if you're like a type of person who likes to get in there, Might be a little bit harder with this brush. But it does give you like volume. And it does make my lashes look really good. I have a song stuck in my head for some reason. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. I don't know why I have that stuck in my head. And we're going to go on my lower lash line with a different mascara. Just because this one does flake. I'd rather stick a different mascara on my lower lash line that's not going to do the flaking. It really does do a good job of volumizing your lashes and like lengthening them. So I'm going to go on my lower lash line with my Maybelline Sky High Mascara. I love this on my upper lashes too. But this is the waterproof version, which at the time it was going viral on TikTok. And this was the only version I found. So I bought it. So this is the waterproof version. I'm going to stick it on my lower, just on my lower lashes. It is a smaller brush, so it's easier to get on my lower lashes with this one. And I've done all that. I'm just going to go with my ColourPop and Raw Beauty Christy. And I think it says Woods. It's a brown eyeliner. I'm just going to use the brown eyeliner in my waterline. And this one from ColourPop and Raw Beauty Christy is a really good one. Which I think it might still be available. I know the palette came back in stock. And these are the twist up ones. So I like the twist up ones better. Kind of wish I would have stuck the red under both eyes. This red is like super brightening. And the other side just not. Okay. I'm going to go in with my lipstick now. The one I was telling you that I'm pretty sure you can no longer get. This is the ColourPop. It's Luxe Liquid Lip, and this is the Milani one from the Milani collection. So I don't think you can get this Luxe lipstick anymore. But it's essentially the only red I have besides the ColourPop glossy lip stain. I have that a red shade in that one. But I thought I would do a liquid lipstick for my look today. And I do not have a lip liner, so I'm gonna do one more thing and then I'll be back to show you the completed look. Okay, I'm back and this is my completed look using the BH Cosmetics Naughty palette, my Drugstore Holiday look. What do y'all think? Let me put it down just a little bit more. So what do you think? Give you a little close up of it. I love the red lipstick. I love the color it is. It's a brighter color, but not too bright. It doesn't make my teeth look too yellow. I did go and modify the green on my lower lash line. I don't know if you can tell or not. I broke out my BH Cosmetics Pistachio palette. And I essentially mixed these two shades to create the green I have going under my eye right now because, like, I wanted it a little bit brighter. I felt like with the other one, you really couldn't tell that much that it was green. And I really wanted you to be able to tell that it was green. You can definitely tell it's green now. So, oh, what do you think? I like the idea of the pop of color on the lower lash line as the hint to the holidays, the red and the green. And I don't think it's too much with a red lip. You have to let me know down below if you think it's too much. I have to say the absolute favorite is that inner corner highlight. It is popping. Perfect for the holidays. You just have to ignore my Halloween-y shirt I got going on here. I don't really have any Christmassy shirts. I guess I need to pick up some. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. And that is it for my video today. Let me move it. Ah! Things are falling over on me. So, I hope you enjoyed today's video. My drugstore holiday look, which I think looks just as good, if not better, than my higher end holiday look. As you've seen, I was having some issues with the browns in that Too Faced Cinnamon Roll palette, wanting to be patchy on me, one of the browns, and not wanting to blend out. I didn't have any of those issues with my BH Cosmetics palette, so that's just telling you something right there. But yeah, I really had fun creating this look with y'all today. I love it. I'm so glad I'm going to be spending the rest of the day with this look on my eye. I'm going to be picking up my son from school with this eye look on, but hey, I'll be festive. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up down below. It really does help my channel out. Liking, commenting, sharing, all of that really helps out my video. It helps so more people can find me, and YouTube will suggest me more on the For You page to other people. So it really does help if you do like, comment, share, subscribe if you're not already before you leave. And there's the bell that you can ring if you want to be notified of whenever I post a video, because it's been kind of all over the place since the holiday season started, and it's probably going to get a little bit more scarce here coming up. I've been trying to film as much as possible, but my son's getting ready to go on like today's Thursday, and tomorrow is his last day of school, and then he has 2 weeks off for his winter break, so I will not be filming as much then. So we'll have to see what that looks like. I'm gonna probably film on the weekends then, maybe, but we'll see. Anyways, I hope you have a great day, night, weekend, whenever it is you're watching this. And I hope you will come see me again and watch more of my videos. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.